Hey YouTube, it's Shawnee, and I'm back with another episode of Shawnee's Lab. So I've been away for a couple of days. Then all my videos were privatized for a minute, for a little reason, for a short period of time. So it was hot as all ever today. So I'm just gonna be out here with no shirt on. Sorry about that. So I want to come on here and talk about this weird, basically this weird anger over nothing. So White Ray just found it on. Wait, give me a second. White Rage is founded on. Hold on. I'm still looking. White Rage is founded on. White Rage is founded on. Still not working. White Rage is founded on. White Rage is founded on nothing. There's really no logical or political, economic, like no legit reason why white people should be angry, especially about Disney making a cartoon a different race. Like I don't. This is what I say about The Little Mermaid. First of all, The Little Mermaid is one of my favorite Disney movies growing up. I loved, the characters. I loved the music, the songs. Now, the one thing that always never made sense was that, Sebastian was like a Caribbean crab. And I'm just like, so where exactly does this movie take place? Like, it can't be in like the Atlantic Ocean or some, real dark and dense place. It has to be somewhere light and fun because everything was all colorful. Like this has to be a Caribbean island. So if this story takes place in the Caribbean island, the main character might as well have just been black anyway. Like, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, Disney didn't. They have an idea where they want to cast. Where they did cast. This woman, Holly Bailey. Now I didn't really know who she was until I started watching a few other videos on it and about it. Apparently, her and her sister were discovered on YouTube. They used to make singing videos or whatever, and then Beyonce signed them. So that's cool. But then I don't know, like I just feel like people are mad and they're mad, generally about nothing. It's like the only thing I will say is that if this is just like a plug character, like if she's the only black character and everybody else is still white, like if Queen King Triton is still white and all her sisters are still, like white, that's going to be an issue because it's like don't use, a black person as a plug character. We're going to do a Little Mermaid with a black, mermaid, then they might as well just recast, the entire movie. So that means the villains down to, the extras down to, like everybody has to be black. And then I'm wondering how they're going to pull out the fish like Flounder. Who's supposed to play Flounder? Like, is it going to be CGI? Like, I guess I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this movie is going to be played off, but I'm not here for all the racist white people who are trying to pretend that Ariel was a Danish princess. First of all, I've never heard of Danish people. I don't think I've ever seen a Danish person. When you think of Danish, you think of like a cheese Danish. I'm not trying to be shady at all, but when you think of Danish, you don't think oh hey, a white person. And furthermore, Ariel's story, and people who use the argument that, oh, what if they made Princess Tiana white? Princess Tiana is based off a real character, and as well as all minority Disney princesses are, their culture plays a major part into their roles. So them, redoing it wouldn't make any sense. If you recast it, Princess Tiana as a white person, it wouldn't make sense with the whole Louisiana theme. And then recast the Mulan as a white girl, it wouldn't make sense given the whole Chinese, aesthetics and background. Again, Ariel was a mermaid from the sea who was magically turned into a real person. So you had to remember, nothing about her story is actually real. All her shit is done through magic. Ursula made her, a real person. And then, she lost the battle in the story, as we all know. Then her father turned her back into a person. So, give or take, the Little Mermaid can swing either way because, from the gate, she's not even a real person. So, if you use the argument of, oh, what if they change one of your characters? That doesn't really work because she's not real. And then another point I wanted to make was that white people seem to not have a problem when they're playing Egyptians, when they're playing Native Americans. Like they can whitewash any and everybody's culture, but when it comes to a mystical mermaid creature, everyone is upset. Like, first of all, I'm not going to go see the live action remake now. I will support it given that they've casted a black person, but I'm going to hold my support until I see who the rest of the cast is. Because if they do a multicultural cast, then that'll be cool. That'd actually be nice to see. We haven't seen like a multicultural Disney cast since like the Black Cinderella where Brandy played the real live action one. Where Brandy was in it. You had Whitney Houston as a stepmother. You had Whoopi Goldberg, and you had Chinese actors. You had white actors. So, you know, like the whole everyone's family was mixed, so you know it really didn't matter, you know, like you. And then as a kid, you know, I don't think we really even noticed that. I think we were just excited because Brandy was the princess, you know. I don't think anybody even noticed how diverse that cast was until you got older and you watched it again and you was like, oh shit, this cast is very diverse. But you know, if they don't do that, or if they don't basically cast the entire Little Mermaid as a black cast, then it's basically just, you know, them trying to, you know, get, you know, get black viewers to come and see it, because they most likely, if it was, you know, if they just redid the Little Mermaid and how it actually was, a lot of black people probably wouldn't have gone to see it anyway. So, you know, I definitely would say congratulations to Halle Bailey. She has a beautiful voice. She's a very beautiful girl. I don't understand why people keep, you know, talking about her hair, you know, her looks, you know, like, and first of all, for all you black people who keep calling them dreads, they're not dreads, they're locks. And especially the people who are of Jamaican descent, like, why do you, like, if you ask a person who is of Jamaican descent, they'll probably curse you out if you call their hair dreads. It's not dreads, it's locks. There's nothing dreadful, you know, about, you know, black hair. So, you know, we need to cut out these terms, you know, like dreads. Like, that's not, you know, that is a racist term, you know, that was given to people with locks, because that's what white people see them as. They see them as dreadful, you know. So, you know, you don't want to use that term. But, you know, anyway, I just wanted to come on here quickly and just give my opinion on the situation. Like I said, I have no problem with Disney, you know, doing recastings, you know. When, I mean, first of all, I'm not a fan of the live action remakes. I haven't seen any of them. And like I said, I'm not going to go see it anyway. I'm 23 years old. I'm not into Disney films, you know, like, if, you know, still watch the classics, of course, you know, like, you know, but I am interested to see, you know, whoever gets to play Ursula. I do want to get to see, you know, this new version of Poor Unfortunate Souls. So, you know, anyway, you know, let me know what you guys think, you know, below. Are you going to support it? Do you want to see it? Do you feel like, you know, Disney is trying to just use black people as cash cows? Or do you feel like, you know, this would be a good opportunity for Halle Bailey to show off her, you know, great singing talent? You know, let me know.